So in this video I want to talk a bit about your movement speed, and specifically different zones and how they affect them. And to help in the top left I have a display of all your different speeds. Horizontal, which just combines your X and Z, is going to be the most useful, but everything's there in case you want it. Good, it works, it's not the most stable thing, so hopefully it works long enough for me to finish.
You ought to be more careful, you'll put an eye out.
Yeah, well, just up on this rooftop, I walk at 6 meters a second. If I sprint, I go at 9. Sprinting is always 1.5 times, so I'll usually be talking about just your walking speed. On this rooftop, you'll notice it's 8.5 and 12.75 when sprinting. So what's going on here? Well, basically 8.5 is the default move speed. This rooftop here just has a special zone on it, overriding that down to 6. Now, why should you care? Well, as it turns out, there's actually a small bit of tech you can do when you're entering a zone with a lower movement speed. So out here I go at 8.5, but in here it's only 7. And sprint speeds are 12.75 and 10.5. So let me demonstrate this first. So notice I hit this wall going 11.5. Whereas sprint speed here is only 10.5. Essentially you can keep doing that and keep your extra speed for quite a while. This is like a good 10 meters, isn't it? Which, over the course of a run, will end up saving you a few seconds. To explain what exactly is going on, first you have to know that the game doesn't put a cap on your movement speed if you're not holding your directional keys. So essentially all I'm doing is I'm going through the gap while not holding those keys and keeping the extra speed from this area. And I do that through a series of sprint buffer jumps. Look a little like that. You do notice while I'm doing this I am slowly losing speed. But it will keep you going for a while. To explain what those are, firstly, a buffer jump is just if you hold jump in midair, you'll jump the moment you hit the ground. No, you can't chain this, you only ever get one jump per space press. If I jump off, I won't get a jump, and if I keep holding it, I won't keep jumping. So to chain it, you need to repress space after you get the jump. Like I said, you can do that basically infinitely. You just start into that with a sprint jump. So you have a bunch of initial horizontal speed, which, because you're not holding directionals, won't be taken away when you cross into the lower speed zone. And the rest of this video I'm going to go over all the zones you're likely to find doing either any percent or all secret speedruns. There might be a few more you do for 100%, but you don't really need to care about the few seconds in that category. In Southern Cairo, the only zone you can use it on is the one I just showed you right over here. It starts pretty much straight at the front edge of this wall. Note it does extend upwards a decent bit, so if you're doing the IL bump jump, you will still get affected up here. Which means you probably can't do it because you don't get enough of a run up. Now in Spider's Nest, the entire map sets your movement speed down to 6, but the basement area set it down further to 5. And conveniently you can tell exactly where these are because they turn your flashlight on. So up here I move at 6, down here it's 5. And also kind of helpfully there are staircases on all the entrances, so if you need to enter, you can get a small slope booster for them for even more speed than you could normally have. Broken Wings has 2 zones. The first one's the inside of this building, starting from right at the entrance. It sets your speed down to 6. You can pretty clearly see the difference here. Unfortunately, if you're on the ground, there isn't much you can do. You come at it at a bit of an awkward angle. You need to turn instantly, so I wouldn't recommend going for any more than a single jump. But of course, in any case, it's a lot quicker to go for the highway skip anyway. To completely skip going through that building. I do not want to spawn him. So the second zone is right here. It starts pretty much right at the front edge of this wall and sets the speed down to 7. Now that is only 1.5 meters per second difference. You don't want to go for too long with this one, but luckily you have a nice open space. Alright, so there aren't actually any zones with no place to hide or Ironclad. But here in Riddler we have one spot for all secrets. Note that by this point you do have the rocket launcher, and a rocket jump is always going to be much quicker than buffering could ever give you. If you're out of rockets, you're playing as client, or for some reason you can't rocket jump, then this might still help you. So this zone, right now we're moving at 7 actually. The entrance to the 7 zone is unfortunately while you're falling through the Sphinx. You just can't get any horizontal speed through it, you're always going to start off at 7. But over here, right as your flashlight turns off again, you're going to move down to 6. If you can't rocket jump, you can save a little bit of time by buffering through this hallway, assuming you actually have the bracelet to open it. Alright, so another thing to sun, here are 2 zones you need to worry about. This first one, you actually look a bit differently in any percent in all secrets. So in all secrets, you want to go down the turn, of course. It starts right when your flashlight turns on, sets your speed down to 6. Now for this, I wouldn't actually worry about getting a perfect buffer, because this is the absolute best place in the game to slow boost. And that perfect buffer is such a tiny proportion of the total speed you'll be getting. Any percent, however, you'll likely encounter the zone if you're over here and decide to go around the left side for some reason. So you'll notice my flashlight still turns on. I'm still in the zone, moving 6. Interesting you didn't come for me. So you can try buffer through this. The issue is you're going uphill, so you're going to lose speed very quickly. Of course, if you don't have rockets, you have no alternative, but I'd seriously recommend just rocket jumping through it instead. Now, the second zone is actually right in the ending here. Get moved down to 6, pretty much straight in here, with the flashlight again. And you'll notice it doesn't actually reach to the edges. So either just hug the edge, or do 1 or 2 buffer jumps through. And you'll get into the end trigger, no problems. So Power of the Underworld here actually has the last usable spot in the main campaign. So like a lot of the other levels, when you go underground and your flashlight turns on, your speed is set to 6. And you'll notice right now my flashlight isn't on, and it doesn't turn on for a good part through that too. So if you do it right, which I kind of did there, you can try to get a few buffers out of it. Get over to the Cannon here slightly quicker. Alright, so in Gathering of the Gods, there are actually quite a few interesting zones just beyond the story. So firstly, right here where your flashlight turns on, your speed gets set down to 8. Remember, default's just 8.5, so your initial buff is going to be a very small portion of the total speed here. Just like an Unearthing the Sun, this is also a really good spot to slow boost, so don't worry about it too much if you don't get a good buffer. Then on these scaffolding, you could set down to 5. And when you're dropping down, you can't do anything about it, but when coming back up, it starts just in between the different legs of the scaffolding, so you get a good jump in. It doesn't even need to be that good actually, you can grab this from a decent bit back. If you do a jump in, you should be able to grab this without running that initial distance at 5. This room sets us back to 8, and in the room with the Isis statue, starting just beyond the door where your flashlight turns off, sets you down to 6. Unfortunately, this doorway gets a bit annoying, and it will get in the way of just doing buffers straight through. If you activate it, you have a split second where you can like back up and get a good speed.
Excuse me?
We'll try this again.
Hellfire better watch out. This one's stacked like a tree on Christmas.
So that'll get you a little bit of an advantage too. Alright, so in Together Forever, there is one zone you can use this on, right by Nefertiti's tomb here. Now the collision here is pretty awkward, as you'll know if you've ever tried coming here. But like many others, when the flashlight turns on, you get set down to 6. And because the collision's awkward here, it is tough getting a good buffer into it. Luckily you have a slope here, so if you're low speed to begin with, you can pick up a bit coming down here. It's also worth pointing out that this area here, when your flashlight's turned off, is still a 6-speed area, so there's no point trying to buffer back into the area where your flashlight turns on. Alright, finally in Born Again, there's one spot you can use it here, by these platforms. So there are actually 2 zones here in a bit of an odd shape, but basically starting just before the staircase here, no matter where you are on these platforms, you will get the slow speed. So all I recommend you do is a single jump up here to activate the keypad, and then you need to wait for this to open anyway, so it doesn't matter that you're moving slower up there.